Welcome back, this is Dreddeus with another quick and dirty rebuild. This time around we're going to be doing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And while the Tampa Bay Buccaneers might not seem like the team that needs a rebuild, you're going to see that they're in dire need in just a few moments. What is a quick and dirty rebuild? Well, basically it is a rebuild where I try to get a team to a Super Bowl win as quickly as possible. Usually takes around 2 to 5 seasons. That's around the range that it goes by. It's aimed at a realistic rebuild, so I'm not going to go crazy. But yeah, nevertheless, we're going to get into the team roster straight away, because then you will see that there certainly are problems with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The overalls don't really show that, right? I'm just going to show you those. They are super high, 88 offense, 87 defense, 87 overall, looking super high, especially in comparison to the Dolphins, for instance. But then you take a look at the team itself. The quarterback, Tom Brady, of course, the GOAT. I'm not going to even say anything. 22 years career, fantastic QB, superstar X factor here in the game. It does have a few weaknesses, but I mean, not that bad. Second ranked QB overall, of course, and just, yeah. Next to Patrick Mahomes, the cover model, there we go, so that's why he's just great. Backup QBs are Kyle Trask and Blaine Gabbert. Not going to go too much into detail on these, are just backup QBs, but Tom Brady, the star of the show, of course. Halfback, Leonard Fournette, 27 years old, 87 overall. Started trade out of LSU, a super solid halfback here, 11th ranked halfback in the league, and yeah, he's just a very, very solid halfback to have. 11th ranked at the moment, makes him very, very good. Giovanni Bernard, 30 years old, 75 overall. Definitely gonna start aging. He's got a broken ankle, which is terrible. 47 weeks. I mean, that is the season, and maybe even his career. Then we've got Rachaad White, a rookie that was picked in the 2022 draft out of Arizona State. He's got a normal depth trait, 71 rated. I do think that we can improve him to sort of be the second halfback, also of the future maybe, but a lot of attributes that need improvements, but very solid looking already. Then we've got Keyshawn Vaughn, 25 years old, 70 overall, and Kenyon Barner, 33, 63 rated. Well, and injured as well. So we've got 2 injured running backs in this room of 5. One very good running back, one young rookie that's going to develop, and one that is sort of meh. No fullback. Then we've got the wide receiver core. And again, the high overalls sort of mislead you here. Mike Evans, superstar X factor, 29 years old, 93. Fantastic wide receiver, 7th ranked in the game at the moment. Great stuff. Chris Godwin, superstar rated, 89 overall, 26 years old. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, he certainly will be available a bit longer than Mike Evans. Sorry. But yeah, these two certainly elite and very, very, very good. Julio Jones also in there, 33 years old, 81 overall. Ooh, definitely declining quickly, mentor tag, so that's positive for the younger ones. We've got Russell Gage Jr., 26 years old, 79 rated, with a star depth trait. That is also quite promising, so this one we will also be able to use in the future. Then we've got Scotty Miller, 25 years old, 74 rated. I would say that's a decent wide receiver to have. He's got good ratings in there, don't get me wrong, but yeah, he does have his weaknesses. So definitely not going to be there for long for the future. Rashad Perriman, 28 years old, 71 rated. Definitely one that is only a bridge player. I mean, he's there for depth, but only a bit meh for that age. And then we've got Jalen Darden, who's 23 years old, 71 rated, normal depth trait, out of North Texas. He's all right. He's just a decent backup wide receiver to have, but nothing special there. The tight end room, we've got five tight ends here. Kyle Rudolph, 32 years old, 74 rated. That's the best tight end, mind you. Cameron Brate, also here, slightly worse than Kyle Rudolph. Then we've got Kate Otten, who is a rookie, 23 years old, 67 rated. Cole Keeft, also a rookie out of Minnesota, 63 rated. And Zach Triner, that's one of those super weird ones. I don't get those ratings. 27 rating on a 31-year-old guy. Why even bother putting him into the game? I mean, he's just, I don't know what this guy did. Maybe he badmouthed the Madden ratings dude, but whatever. So the tight end room, super weak. Super weak. It was Gronk in there, but since Gronk isn't there anymore, we've got this load of pretty bad tight ends. Taking a look at the offensive line. Donovan Smith, left tackle, 76 rated at age 29. Josh Wells, 31 years old, 65 rated. Bad situation at left guard. Then we're looking at left guard. It's even worse, 67 rated. Luke Godeke at least is a rookie. But Aaron Stinney, 28 years old, 67 and injured. That is horrible. That is just horrible. Center, Ryan Jensen, the first player that is maybe of a decent quality, but he's 31 years old, superstar depth trait, and he's got a complete PCL tear. He's out for 47 weeks. So he won't be doing anything for us. Robert Hainsey's behind him, Notre Dame product, 24 years old, 64 rated, and Nick Leverett, 25-56. Absolutely horrible situation at center. Right guard, Shaq Mason, 29 years old, 87. Maybe the first piece of light in this offensive line. He's a solid right guard. Nothing more to add to that. He's just a solid right guard, but that is that. Behind him, we've got Brandon Walton, 24-62. All right, just a backup. At right tackle, Tristan Wirfs, hooray. And he's injured. All right, only 1 week, but yeah, this is the first really good player on the offensive line. The first promising player. Behind him, Fred Johnson, 25-61. Yeah, just a backup. So this offensive line will not provide a lot of coverage, a lot of stability, safety for Tom Brady. That just won't happen here. Too many injuries, too many weak players, not a lot of rotational possibilities here. So there we go. That's that. Let's take a look at defense. That was also highly rated, right? All right, we've got William Golston, 31 years old, 75 as the best left edge. Logan Hall, a rookie. Deidrin Senat, 28-70. So not really that stacked here. William Golston, definitely a player that is quite solid right now, I guess, or decent, but not one for the future. Logan Hall, normal depth trade out of Houston. We just have to hope that we can improve him quickly. Then looking at the right edge position, we've got Akeem Hicks, 32 years old, 83 overall. Star depth trade is there, so regression will be a bit slower, but still, I mean, this is not a player that we can really build upon. Behind him, Pat O'Connor, 28-62 as a backup at most. Really bad. D-tackle Vita Vea, the first ray of sunlight on defense. Great player, 27 years old, 94, superstar, first-ranked D-tackle in the game. This is super solid. That is fantastic. Behind him, Rakeem Nunes-Roches. He's 29-69 rated. That's a backup in my opinion. Left outside linebacker, Shaquille Barrett, superstar, 29-88 and injured. So there we go. He will be out for 1 more week. Not too bad, but there's that. Anthony Nelson, the backup. So left outside linebacker, quite solid. Mid linebacker, Levante David. That is good. Superstar X Factor, but 32 years old again. Super old in terms of Madden, and he will be regressing. Devin White behind him, that is, or next to him, that's fantastic. We've got a very, very good player here with a star depth trade. He's young. He will be one that we can build upon for the future. That's good. Kenny Young is also in there, 26 years old, 73. KJ Britt, 23 years old, 63. And Olakunle Fadukazi, there we go. That's a rookie, 57 rated. I don't even know what to do with this guy. But doesn't matter too much. At the moment, the mid linebacker position is set. But again, for the future, we need to rebuild here. Right outside linebacker, Joe Tyron Shoyinka is the starter. He's young at least, so that is something that speaks for him. He's also got a star depth trade, so I think we can build upon this player here. Carl Nassib, 29-73, certainly not. And Cam Gill, 24-63 and injured, certainly not either. 13 weeks out with a compound foot fracture. Cornerbacks, Jamel Dean, that is the best one we have, and Carlton Davis, both 25, 84 and 82. That is very solid, very good in my opinion. We can build on that. Not too old, solid overall, start F trait, both of them, so that is very good. We've got Sean Murphy-Bunting in there as well, so the corner situation is pretty good, I would say. Zion McCollum is a rookie, that's okay by me, and D. Delaney, 2763, yeah, he's just a backup, not really one that we can use. Free safety, Antoine Winfield Jr., fantastic situation right there at free safety, start F trait, 87 overall, 24 years old, great stuff. He will just be getting better, so that is very positive. Really liking this a lot. Logan Ryan, yeah, that's a backup, but at 80 rating, he's also super solid, I would say. So if we have an injury there, it is not too terrible. And then finally, we've got strong safety Mike Edwards, 26 years old, 80 overall, also start F trait out of Kentucky. That is also very good. One player that we can really build upon. He's not that young anymore, but yeah, it'll work. Keanu Neal behind him, also not a position of worry. The kicker is Ryan Suckup. That is terrible, 73 at age 35, no progression there. And the punter, Jake Camarda, a rookie, 23 years old, 72 rated. Well, you're going to say, all right, this looks quite solid, right? Yeah, well, let's just take a quick look at the contract situation. And then things will get even worse. At quarterback, we've got two quarterbacks with the contract ending at the end of this season. Halfback, we've got two players with the contract ending at the end of the season. Luckily, not the major ones, all right? The most important ones, I would say, are down here. But still, we're going to have to do something here. The wide receivers, Brashad Perriman, Julio Jones, and Scotty Miller, luckily not the most important ones. But still, it's a situation that we need to do something here. It gets even worse. Kyle Rudolph, our best tight end, is out of a contract, and behind him we've got a 31-year-old one. So not really fantastic either. Now we're going to look at the offensive line. And I hope you're strapped in, because things are getting even more dire here. I mean, this one, I don't know who gave him this contract. It's super long-term. And in my opinion, he's not worth 40 mil. That's just it. And I mean, over the course of the next season, so much money. That hurts. Anyway, Josh Wells out of a contract. Aaron Stinney out of a contract. Nick Leverett, center, out of a contract. Here, right guard, things are looking better. Fred Johnson out of a contract. William Golston, starting left edge. Ante-Adrian Senat, out of a contract. Both right edge players, out of a contract. Raheem Nunes-Rogers, out of the contract. Anthony Nelson, gonna end soon. Lavonte David and Kenny Young, both are gonna be ending. Carl Nassib and Cam Gill, both are ending. At corner, Delaney, Sean Murphy-Bunting, and Jamil Dean are ending at the end of this season. Logan Ryan out of a contract, and both strong safeties are going to be out of the contract. So the contractual situation is really terrible. This is absolutely horrid. We really need to rebuild quite a lot here, also in terms of the contract setups and the contract situation. When you look at the team here, you will see how bad things are at the moment. All right, just take a look at this offensive line, and I don't know where the overall is coming from. Well, I can tell you it's coming from a few super highly rated players that are just dragging all the other weak players along with them. But that is the worst situation to have. From the outside, it looks great. But when you look into the details, things get ugly. So we really have a lot of work ahead of us. In terms of the contracts, in terms of the players, in terms of getting talent, younger players to build for the future into the team. We really have a lot of problems here on this team, on the Buccaneers. And yeah, as always, I will be simming the full season, and we're just going to be dropping into off-season, then rebuilding the team, negotiating contracts. If we make it into the playoffs, the playoff games will be simmed in the game engine of the 2022 season, the first season with an unchanged roster. We find ourselves in the playoffs. We're going to be playing the wildcard game, and it's going to be against the New York Giants. We are second seeded in the NFC. That is great. things seem to go pretty well. Not really a surprise, I have to say, especially with the team being set up as it is right now. The regular season went pretty well. Started out with 2 losses, then a win, and then a loss, and then it was just a bunch of wins again. 1 or 2 losses in there, but overall, of course, a fantastic season. The season results look to be quite convincing for the most part. There are some very tight ones in there, like against the Rams, for instance, or here against the Panthers, just a field goal in that. But for the most part, looking quite good. The team is solid. There's not much to say about that. But yeah, the question will be how far we can really get with this team here. All right, so here we are, game is underway. The Giants first on the board, but the Buccaneers striking back at the end of the first quarter. We now have 10-7. All right, let's see. The second quarter is underway, going back and forth a little bit. The Bucs take the lead here. Then it's the Giants again, 20-14. Currently 23-14. All right, let us take a look what happens in the third quarter. Can the Buccaneers come back again? Yes, they can. 23-21, 26-21, and now we're going to be taking a look at the final quarter here. And in the fourth quarter, again, a lot of back and forth here. 26-29, the Buccaneers just ahead here, 35-26, 35-33. I think that is the result for today. And here we go. That is a win. That is the first win in this wildcard game against the New York Giants. The divisional playoff will be played against the Washington Commanders over here. It is the bottom seed, the 5th seeded team against the second seeded, and above it's going to be the Cowboys, who were already past the wildcard round, against the Saints. On the other side, it's the Bills versus the Colts and the Chiefs versus the Ravens. That is a great matchup, actually. The game is underway, and the Bucs straight away on the board here, 10-0 against the Washington Commanders. That looks to be no challenge at the moment. 17-3, 24-3. I think the Commanders are a little bit out of their depth here, to be honest. I was a little bit scared of this very tough defense that they're sporting. But yeah, you never know. 38-41. Yeah, this game is over. This game is way over. 41-10. What a fantastic game the Buccaneers are having here. 44-17. And there we go. This is the end result. Game is over. The Buccaneers beat the Washington Commanders convincingly, 44 versus 17. After beating the Washington Commanders quite decisively with a 44-17 result, we're now going to be playing the Dallas Cowboys in the NFC Championship game. On the other side, it's going to be the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Colts. That's actually quite surprising. That the Colts beat the Bills, that is weird. But we're going to take it, of course. And yeah, let's just see if we can get into the Super Bowl in the first run with this team here. First quarter is underway. The Bucs quickly on the board, 7-0, 10-0. And is this the team that can overcome the Cowboys' power in Madden? 10-7, 10-14, 17-20, 21, 24, 21. Jesus Christ, things are moving very quickly here as we enter the third quarter now. And 31 versus 21 for the Buccaneers. The Cowboys not really getting going in any capacity here. 38-21, 38-28. And is there going to be a shocker here? No, there is not going to be a shocker here. And that, very well played again by a very solid team that is built to be successful right now. All right, Super Bowl Sunday. We're going to be playing the Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs. It's Super Bowl 57 here, and looking at the overalls, the Buccaneers are favorites, of course. 2 elite quarterbacks matching up here. It's Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady. As we start out, Kansas City already on the board, 7-7 here quite quickly. The game is tied, 14-7 heading into the second quarter. What a high-powered game, 14-10, back and forth a little bit here. 14-17 with the Buccaneers taking the lead. 17-17, the Kansas City Chiefs drawing the game. And now it's open in the second half. 20-17, 24-20. As we head into the final quarter, we are, of course, going to be playing this one a little bit at a slower pace to sort of follow along with the action a little bit better here. 4th and 9 currently. 55-yard field goal by Ryan Succop. That's 24-23. Kickoff by Jake Camarda now. Zia Pacheco, the halfback for the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes pass to Ronald Jones. That's a long one. 2nd and 10. Incomplete pass. Has to be thrown away. 3rd and 10. 15-yard reception by Juju Smith-Schuster. That's an incomplete pass on 2nd and 10. Can we turn this over? No, we cannot. Marquez Valdes-Scantling here. Juju Smith-Schuster. Good receptions. Another one by Juju Smith-Schuster here. And 30 versus 23 on the board. The Chiefs 31-23 going for that 1-point conversion with the 1 additional point. As Jalen Darden is the kick returner here. Chris Godwin gets going. Mike Evans gets a reception. 1st and 10. Incomplete pass. Tom Brady has to throw the pass away. 2nd and 10. Again, has to be thrown away. 3rd and 10. 10-yard reception to Kyle Rudolph. That were, well, 4th and 1, 8-yard reception. Chris Godwin here heading into the final 2 minutes of this second half in the Super Bowl here. An incomplete pass here at 3rd and 8. What are we going to do? 19-yard reception to Mike Evans. 1st and 10 again. That's a sack by Chris Jones. What will happen? 11-yard reception. Moving forward, Leonard Fournette. 3rd and 6. A 9-yard touchdown. All right. Do they go for the 2-point conversion? And no, they don't. All right, that's a kickoff. All right, 6-yard rush by Jerick McKinnon. 2nd and 4 here. Again, Jerick McKinnon getting that 1st down. Ronald Jones, the 2nd and 8. That's a kneel by Patrick Mahomes with 1 minute 5 to go. 3rd and 9. That's another kneel. And at 4th and 10, that could be a risky actually with 49 seconds still to go. Harrison Butker, touchback here. Jalen Darden fields a touchback. Starting at the 25 now. Chris Godwin, 2nd and 10. Can Tom Brady pull off a miracle? 10-yard reception to the veteran Julio Jones. 1st and 10, 26 seconds to go. 1st and 10, will this be a Hail Mary? Pass knocked away by Willie Gay. 15 seconds. A sack by Joshua Kendo and a Nick Bolton. Another sack here. 11 seconds to go. 1st and 10. And yeah, now the game is over. The Kansas City Chiefs win this one, 34-29. It was a little bit more exciting than I maybe anticipated this one to be, but there you go. 2 elite teams battling it out, and the Chiefs win. Taking a look at a quick season recap here. As we know, the Chiefs beat the Bucs in the Super Bowl, 5-point difference. On the other hand, we have the NFL MVP, which is Josh Allen, not Patrick Mahomes, who was the Super Bowl MVP. Coach of the Year, Mike McCarthy for the Cowboys, nearly every year, same thing. Cooper Kupp, Offensive Player of the Year for the Rams. DeMarcus Lawrence, Defensive Player for the Cowboys. Jahan Dotson, the Offensive Rookie for the Commanders. And Aiden Hutchinson, Defensive Rookie of the Year for the Lions. That always happens almost each and every first year that you simulate here. What we're going to be doing now is we are going to move through these weeks, taking a look at the renewing players' contracts, then free agency, of course. And yeah, I do expect a lot of rebuilding to happen here. Player negotiation time. We have 29 players to negotiate with. 29, all right? I mean, that is just absolutely insane. There's so many players here. Look at the cap room that we have, 37 mil. I don't know, some of the contracts that were made were just absolutely terrible. So that will be something that we will also have to address. But for the most part, we're going to move through this from behind. We've got Nick Leverett here, 58 overall. Yeah, I'm not going to even bother keeping him around. Blaine Gabbert, same thing, 33 years old, 58 overall. Why keep him? Fred Johnson, 26, 62 overall at right tackle. Yeah, he might be one of those players that is a decent backup to have. Not really more than that. I'm going to give him quite a low deal here. I think that Fred Johnson as the backup for Tristan Wirfs will work quite well. But to be honest, we can probably get a super cheap player from the free agency. I will try to keep him around simply because he was here before and I don't want to make too many drastic changes. All right, so that is a good offer for him. He will stay with us. All right, that is positive. As once more, we start all the way back here. All right, Blake Gabbert, Pat O'Connor will not be re-signing. 29 years old, right edge. Don't really see the benefit here. Kenyon Barner, a halfback with 56 rating. Yeah, don't know what to do with that. Cam Gill, right outside linebacker, 25 years old, 66 overall. I do think that I want to keep him. I think that this player can improve. It'll take some time, of course, but if we give him a long-term deal, 5 years, we can always use him as a backup, so that should work in our favor. All right, he's not interested. That is interesting. That is very interesting. We're not going to franchise tag him, of course. D. Delaney, 28 years, 64. That's a hard no. Josh Wells, 32, 64. That's a hard no. Aaron Stinney, 29, 68. Same thing. Deidrin Senat, same thing. Not really interested in that guy. Rakeem Nunes-Roches, D-tackle, age 30, 65 rated. Yeah, not going to happen. Anthony Nelson, 26, 71. I think that he can be a decent backup. He can be a decent backup for Shaquille Barrett, of course. So yeah, we're just gonna take a look here. He's 26. We have 24-year-old Hamza Nasruddin, but he is slightly lower rated. Not really sure if I want to give this player. I'm gonna go with a team-friendly offer here. Yeah, he's not interested in signing. Alright, that works for me as well. Carl Nassib, 30 years old, 71. Nope. Rashad Perryman, 29, 71. That is a hard no. We don't have the money for guys like this. Kenny Young. All right. First player that I really am considering keeping. 27 years old, 73 overall mid linebacker. I think we should keep him around. Give him a 2-year deal. Just keep him on the team for the time being until we can find someone better to bring in here, of course. Scotty Miller, 26 years old, wide receiver, 75 rated. I think we can get better players for more or less the same cost. Kyle Rudolph, 3370. No, William Golston, I'm not going to even think about this one. Kalen Saunders, D-tackle, 27 years old, 71 rated. Whew. Well, I'm not too crazy about this one, but then again, I really don't want to do too much here in terms of breaking things up. Keep him as a backup. All right, so he wants to sign. He wants to stay with the team. That works for me. That is okay for me. Who was next? Giovanni Bernard, 31 years old, 73. Nope. Keanu Neal, strong safety, 28 years old, 78 rated. He might be a good backup. Might be a good backup. Really thinking hard of keeping him, but just really for way shorter than he wants to be kept around. I'm gonna go with the lower offer. All right, so he doesn't want to play for us. We really have to lowball players. We don't have too much cap room, and we need to rebuild a lot. Logan Ryan, that's a hard no from me. A little bit too expensive. Sean Murphy Bunting, I would like to keep him around, of course. He's a player that I think is important for the corner room. I'm going to give him a 4-year deal, and I'm going to bump these numbers up slightly. All right, that's free agency. That is a bummer. What about Mike Edwards? 27 years old, 82, strong safety. So starting strong safety, I think we should keep him around. We're going to bump those numbers a little bit. All right, so we re-sign Mike Edwards. That is fantastic. Akeem Hicks, I don't think so. I don't really think that he's the best fit for us. Jamil Dean, he's a player I want to keep. He's 26 years old. We're going to give him a long-term deal. He does want a lot of money. Wow, that is way more than I was planning to pay him. That is 2/3 of the remaining salary cap. I'm not going to pay that. We're going to withdraw the offer, and that's that. Levante David, I will not be re-signing him. I just don't think that this is really the way to go for us. And Tom Brady, we couldn't even afford him. Offering Donovan Smith to the Eagles. We're going to be receiving Nakobe Dean, a young mid linebacker, and Jack Stoll, a tight end. We need a little bit more depth in the tight end room. He's not that great, so I think he will be traded away further. But for the time being, this is a good trade for me. Donovan Smith leaving us, and with that, a lot of that budget room will be cleared. All right, we are going to be trading two wide receivers and one tight end. It's Kendall Hinton, Jalen Camp, 26, 25 years old. Cameron Brate, 32 years old, 70 overall. Our best tight end at the moment. Isn't that terrible? We're going to be trading them for Caden Stearns, free safety. He's with the Broncos at the moment. And I think he will be a great improvement for the free safety room. Also for the future, he's young, he can get very good. And we're going to be saving some money as well. We're going to trade Ryan Jensen, our center, to the Giants. We're going to be receiving Evan Neal, a 81 rated right tackle, and Tate Crowder, a 70 rated mid linebacker. Mid linebackers to the Browns. We're receiving Nick Harris, a center, 70 rated, 24 years old. A scheme fit, not too bad, but we certainly needed some reprieve at that position. Free agency window, we have targeted 5 players. We've brought in 5 players. We've brought in Tremaine Edmunds at mid linebacker. I needed a super solid mid linebacker to be there, and who else but Tremaine Edmunds, who's been terrorizing me and the Miami Dolphins in that franchise for quite a while. We bring in Greedy Williams to buffen up that cornerback room, also a long-term solution. We're bringing in Ronnie Harrison Jr., strong safety, with a 4-year deal. Also looking forward to this one. They've got Bryce Huff, also long-term solution. For the right edge position, we didn't have a player there, and finally we brought in Netanamuti. He's a left guard, but he can play all across the offensive line, and I still have to figure out a good position for him. But sure, we'll find something suitable for him. Time for a quick draft recap. We have addressed our most pressing needs. Tyler Van Dyke, who's been touted as the next draft pick for the Buccaneers in the 2023 draft. 68 rated. Not fantastic, I can tell you that one. But he does have a very strong arm. He's got deep accuracy, short accuracy. He's not looking too bad. He will, of course, not be hitting it off straight away. He's not really comparable with other quarterbacks out of this draft class. But he's not bad. He's got a scheme fit. So he should be improving quite quickly. And to be honest, he's not worse than our current QB. We also got Joe Michael Schmitz with a hidden depth trade, 23-year-old rookie out of Minnesota, 71 rated at the moment. I think he will be straight to the first squad, and I think he can also be our starting center for the time being. Let's see how he can improve. Very happy with this pick. Next up, we've got a corner, Dreddeus Hodges-Tomlinson, 69 rated out of TCU, 23 years old. Normal depth trade, that's not too great. He does have good speed, acceleration, agility, jumping, but a lot of attributes are really bad. So yeah, not too crazy about this pick, but the next one I'm pretty happy again. It's Morgan Cruz, rookie out of Purdue, right edge. He's just a backup. And with that I can work with. He's got very good strength. That is great. His tackle is good, and he will be able to sort of develop behind our starting right edge. No pressure on this player. 7th round pick, Kevin Godwin, 70 rated. I was thinking of this one when I said very happy. 21 years old, rookie. Normal depth trade only, but again, good attributes in there. Acceleration is great, strength is great, speed, tackle good, power moves, agility. We can build on that. We can work with this. This is a very positive. And finally, we picked Edward Mentor, a left outside linebacker, rookie, again out of Maryland, 67 rated. He's got a good tackle, good acceleration, good strength, hit power, speed are high, and then a few others are not bad either, so we will be able to develop him further. But we have covered the most pressing needs. We're going to take a quick look at the squad now and maybe take a look at which players we might need to bring in to complete this team. Taking a quick look at the free agents that are to be had at the moment, there's just a few that I cannot pass up on. We do have Jack Fox here, punter, and if we compare him with our punter, this is just such an improvement. We're going to sign him straight away if he's available. We're going to take him if nobody else wants him. We're going to take him. And the second kicker that the second player that I want to bring in is Tyler Bass. Same thing. I mean, he's one of the best kickers in the game, so why not bring him in? And then what we direly need is a tight end. And we will have to see who's available. We've got Max Williams, we've got Dan Arnold, Blake Jarwin. Oh, this is really not the best selection to be had here. But we really need a player there. We only have 2 tight ends, and I just want to have a very solid player in there. So I'm going to be taking Max Williams. simply because he's the highest rated at the moment. At the end of the 2023 season, we can see that we did not make the playoffs, probably for the first time for the Buccaneers in quite some time, at least since the Tom Brady era had started. Not that much of a big surprise, I'd like to say. I mean, 5-12 isn't completely terrible, but then again, definitely not what we want to see at the end of a season. On the other hand, it was to be expected, all right? This was a transitional season in any case. Following the Tom Brady era, it was always going to be rough. When you look at the team, I would like to think that this team is not looking too bad. All right. When you look at it, we've got John Schmitz, who is a start-of trade. He's sort of working his way into being the center here. We have decent back. I mean, Nick Harris and Hainsey's there as well. The offensive line is looking a lot better at the moment than it did a season ago. What's terrible is the tight end room. We know that is something that we will have to address in the offseason now, in free agency or in the draft even maybe. We have the wide receiver room, which is looking super nice right now, but I fully expect this to be a little bit worse when we finish our contract negotiations. Halfback room, we've got very good one in Leonard Fournette, and then we've got decent ones there. Tyler Van Dyke did improve a little bit. He's 23, he's 73 now overall, and he's improving. That is all I'm looking for. A 35 ranked QB in the league at the moment. We will be giving him time, of course. I want to see how long it takes for this quarterback to really develop into a very, very good NFL QB. On defense, things are looking solid as ever. Nothing has changed here. No new dev traits revealed anywhere. No new ones there. It's just super solid. All right, really liking this mid-linebacking combination here. The outside linebackers are solid. The D tackles, the right edges and the left edges, everybody's looking good. So that is very satisfying for me. I think we just need time and a little bit of luck with the contract negotiations. Now we're gonna fast forward to the end of this season, look at the season results, and that'll be that. Here we are. It is over. The Kansas City Chiefs have once again won the Super Bowl back-to-back, this time against the Green Bay Packers. MVP in the NFL was Lamar Jackson. Mike McCarthy, as always, the coach of the year for the Cowboys. Cooper Kupp for the Rams, defensive player of the year. Von Miller for the Bills. Will Levis for the Commanders was the offensive rookie of the year, the breakout quarterback. Myles Murphy was the defensive rookie of the year for the Falcons. Okay, so I hope you are sitting. We only have 12 players to resign, but look at who. Tristan Wirfs, Mike Evans, Antoine Winfield Jr., Devin White, Shaq Mason, Keyshawn Vaughn, Jack Fox, Tyler Bass, Max Williams, Nick Harris, etc., etc. All right, we got 77 mil in the pot, and a player that I want to resign at any cost is Tristan Wirfs. I think he is super important to us having success. It's such an important part of the offensive line. I will even slap a little bit more money onto there. But it shouldn't hurt us. All right, he's gonna test free agency. Jesus Christ, man! All right, we'll try and get him back in free agency because that is a player I want to have on my offensive line. Next up, we've got Mike Evans. He is 31 years old. Of course, he's a superstar X Factor, but yeah, I'm not too happy about this situation. I want to try and keep him, of course. I think he could be really a great help to the team. And yeah, he's 31 years now. We can always... All right, he also wants free agency. Jesus Christ, I'm giving everybody good offers here, aren't I? Antoine Winfield Jr., let's try and lock him down. Let's give him 4 years. Let's go. Let's see what the player-friendly deal is. All right, we're going to go with this. 11 mil, 5 years. All right, he also wants to test free agency. Oh, come on, guys. This is not what I envisioned here. All right, let's see. Can we get Devin White? Please, man. Say yes. All right, I'm going to slap some more onto that. There we go. All right, free agency it is for Devin White. Okay, the team is crumbling as it is. Shaq Mason at right guard. Keyshawn Vaughn at halfback. We can let him go. Jack Fox, I would like to keep him around. I do think that he is a player. All right, he's going to stay with us. Woo! That was a little bit scary. Right there, Tyler Bass, same thing. I want to keep him in the team here. I think that he really has a lot to offer. And we just need a good solid punter and a good solid kicker. But these few hurt me. Oh man, Brandon Walton, right? Not that important. Ryan Suckup, I don't need you, man. Nick Harris, I would like to keep him. Keep him as a backup for the Schmitz. So let's see. Can we convince him to? Jesus Christ! Why does nobody want to play for the Buccaneers? Done deal. We are sending 3 wide receivers to the Chiefs, VC Darden and Russell Gage Jr., who of course is the big one dragging this deal. We are receiving Sky Moore, who is younger and around 9 mil less on the cap. We are sending 2 tight ends, Kokeeft and Sokol, I forget the first name, and of course Shaq Barrett at left outside linebacker to the Falcons. We are receiving Ebiketie and Ogundeji, 2 left outside linebackers. All right, let's do a quick free agents recap. 5 players I offers for. Long-term deal again for Tristan Wirfs. He returns to play with us. Same for Antoine Winfield Jr. Very happy about this one. Another long-term deal. Jerry Jeudy also joining us instead of Chris Evans. Jedrick Wills Jr. also joining us. I switch him over to right guard because that's where I need him right now, and he's a very good player at that position too. Long-term deal. And finally, Isaiah Simmons. So we have really closed the gaps again that were sort of torn by players leaving the team. We still have around 20 mil in cap space, which is good for free agents to sort of pick them up after the free agency window closes. Now it's time to look forward to the draft. We had quite a few picks. First pick, Brock Bowers, 79 rated, rookie out of Georgia, tight end. That's a position that we really needed to fill quickly. He is looking quite solid all over. He does have weaknesses in run block and pass block, so not the blocking type, but doesn't matter at all. I'm super happy that we have a dedicated tight end now. That is workable. I also brought in a second one, Jack Beck. He's out of LSU, 21-year-old rookie, also a scheme fit. Yeah, he's going to develop into the future, but not looking too bad either at the moment. Next up, Nolan Rucci, left tackle, hidden depth trait, rookie out of Wisconsin, 74 rated, super high strength. Very happy with this one. Just a little bit more depth. I'm going to be switching these players all across the board. Looking at the offensive line, bad pick, Will Myers out of Cincinnati, rookie, 23 years old. Only strength and impact blocking sort of working in his favor. The rest not really. Finally, we are looking at quarterback Demarius McGee, a rookie out of LSU, 67 overall, normal depth trait. Again, the 4 main attributes for the corners are speed, acceleration, agility, jumping. That's fantastic. The rest definitely needs improvement. Not really where I need it. James Mixon, right tackle. I picked him, a rookie out of USC. Strength, lead block, impact blocking are good. Run block power and run block finesse are okay-ish. 64 rating, of course, very low. Will be heading straight into the practice squad. Then we've got Keyshawn Silver, a D tackle, rookie out of North Carolina, 62 rated, normal depth trait. Strength is fantastic. The rest, not so much. And finally, we have him, Callum Tracy, a rookie out of Iowa State, 66 rated. Again, one for the depth in the offensive line. Looking good in terms of strength, lead block, impact blocking, fantastic. Pass block finesse, also good. The rest, meh, not so much. The offensive line, I already said that, is looking very solid at the moment. I really like this setup. We also have a rookie with a hidden depth trait in here. That's Rucci. Very nice. Hopefully he'll get a few games in there. We've got Muti, we've got Jedrick Wills Jr., who we brought in right now. We've got Tristan Wirfs, who we brought back, I would like to say. Bowers and Beck, who are the 2 rookie tight ends. Very happy about these. Jerry Jeudy joining us during the off-season here. Sky Moore was a trade target. Also very happy about this one. The halfback room is developing nicely behind Leonard Fournette. Tyler Van Dyke, 74 at the moment. Let's just hope that he improves further and further. On defense, we've also sort of kept everything stable as much as it was possible. We brought in Isaiah Simmons as a partner for Tremaine Edmunds. Very happy about this pairing, super excited. We've got Arnold Ebiketie, who's new. He was a trade deal. Antoine Winfield Jr. we did bring back. He wanted to leave, but we brought him back. Very happy about this one as well. Over here we've got Mike Edwards, still going strong and still getting better and better. The cornerback room is super solid with Greedy Williams and Corey Davis III, Bryce Huff, Logan Hall. We've got Vita Vea. So all of these players, super happy about that. But we also have very good replacement players that aren't too shabby either. The special teams have been set. We've got Fox and Bass here. The specialists have been chosen, and the practice squad is filled to the brim with younger talent or young players that we can always sort of drag back up into the first squad, the 2024 season, and we have pushed into the playoff bracket. We are the first seed in the NFC. That is fantastic. We're sitting at 10-6, so looked like a good season so far. Let's see who we will be playing out of the Vikings, Falcons, 49ers, Green Bay Packers, Eagles, or Lions on our side of the division. Of course, my bad. It was 11-6, not 10-6. I'm going to take a look at the squad now with you to just get a bearing of where we stand at the moment. We can see that Tyler Van Dyke did improve slightly. We have no changes in depth trade so far. Rucci seems to have picked up an injury, 79 rated already. I think we can slot him in somewhere here, maybe instead of Muti in the future. That would be great. On defense, there seems to be an injury as well over here at the right edge position. Apart from that, things are looking quite good. I see no changes here. Also in terms of depth trades, Tampa Bay on the board first. Atlanta striking back here. It's a little bit back and forth in the first half. Let's see how this turns out in the second quarter. 10-7, 14-10. Who will be going ahead? Oh, it's going to be the Falcons, 21-10. That is not fantastic. Let's see what we can pull off here. 24-10, 24-17 as we head into the fourth quarter. Ooh, this is exciting, guys. Only 7 points in between these two teams. So now the Buccaneers, Tyler Van Dyke to Sky Moore, 1st and 10. Sack on Tyler Van Dyke by Anthony Nelson. 2nd and 14. Passes knocked away by Devin Bush. 3rd and 14. Interception by Shaquille Brett for 19 yards. That is not good. Now the Falcons are once again on the ball here. 5-yard rush. They are moving it at a steady pace, just keeping going. 1st and 10. 2nd and 5. 5-yard rush. There we go. -3. Tyler Allgeier. 3rd and 8. Incomplete pass. Tanner McKee. Pass thrown away. 4th and 8. Field goal. Young Hoku missed a 55-yard field goal attempt. Tyler Van Dyke. Let's see. 3-yard rush. 2nd and 7. Jordan Poyer knocks away the pass. 4th and 7. Incomplete pass. Oh, this is not good. 1 minute 52, and the Falcons are once again here on the ball. DeAndre Swift, a player that I actually tried to sign with a super low ball offer in free agency. Tyler Allgeier here at halfback, losing yardage. And that is a field goal. That is not good, because that means that we need more than one touchdown here. 27-17, slow going ahead. 26-yard reception by Chris Godwin. It's actually pretty good. Incomplete pass here. 2nd and 10. Devin Bush, that's an 11-yard penalty. 19-yard reception. All right, that is good. Tyler Van Dyke has to throw the ball away. 27-23. Kickoff on Atlanta with 19 seconds to go. That's a penalty. 27-24. Kickoff on Tampa Bay. Let's see. Jack Fox here. Outside kick. Zion McCollum. The corner. 17-yard reception. Shaden Favors. 27-27. We are now in overtime. That is pretty cool, actually. Again, we're going to stick with this speed here. Can we get through here? That would be super interesting, right? First and 10, 5-yard rush, Tyler Allgeier. The Falcons are on the offensive first. If we can stop them, that would be great, because that means that we also get to have a go. If they get a touchdown, that is that's the game. It means that it'll be over. All right. Bucks on the ball. Once again, Cameron Curl pass knocked away. That is by the Falcons. Sky Moore, 7-yard reception. 3rd and 3, 7-yard rush, Leonard Fournette. Super important player. 9-yard rush for Leonard Fournette. 2nd and 1. Rashad White here. 1st and 10, -3-yard rush. Losing yardage. 2nd and 13. Brock Bowers, 9-yard reception. That is good. 3rd and 4. 7-yard for Jerry Jeudy. Let's go, guys. 3-yard rush. Rashad White. 4-yard rush by Rashad White. 3rd and 2. 6-yard reception. Brock Bowers playing it safe. 4 yards. Rashad White. 7 and 6. 7-yard rush. And I think that is the win for the Buccaneers. Yes, it is. Oh, what a close game. Well done, Bucks. Well done. Right. After beating the Falcons pretty closely, actually, in overtime, we are now going to be playing the Green Bay Packers in the divisional championship round. Will we make it to the Super Bowl? On the other side, it's the Steelers versus the Bills. Quite a tough matchup, if you ask me. Either team is very difficult. All right, we are on the ball here, and 3-0, 10-0 pretty quickly here at the end of the first quarter. We are playing none other than Aaron Rodgers, so do expect a tough fight. 13-0 at the moment, 13-7 here, 20-7 as we head into the third quarter now. The second half beginning, 28-7. Wow, all right, this is very one-sided. Jesus Christ, 34-7. Never expected that one to happen. Oh, the Green Bay Packers coming back now a little bit here, 34-21, but we managed to hold on to this, and we pushed through. That is very unexpected. Matt LaFleur not really able to grasp the situation, but here we go, 34 versus 21, beating the Green Bay Packers. Super Bowl Sunday is here, going to be played in Dallas. We're going to be playing the Buffalo Bills, and this is going to be a very exciting game. The Bills beat the Steelers, they beat the Bengals, and they started in this divisional playoff round, as did we. We beat the Falcons and the Packers quite convincingly, even though the score doesn't really reflect that, but was a very, very good game. Now we're going to be playing the Buffalo Bills. Right, here we go. Super Bowl is live. 3-0. Currently for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and that is all that's going to be on the board. That was quick. What about the second quarter? 10-0, 10-7, going back and forth. 17-7 here, 23-7. Wow, 24-7 starting at the beginning of the second half here now, the third quarter. 24-10, a little bit of an up and down here. Let's take a look at the next quarter, but we're going to slow things down a little bit here. Let's just see what happens here. There's a kickoff. Jack Fox, Jalen Reagor with the touchback. There's 17 points in between. That is actually pretty good, I would like to say. Dawson Knox here. 1st and 10, 17-yard reception. Stephon Diggs, 1st and 10, 5-yard rush by Josh Allen. 2nd and 5, 8-yard rush, Devin Singletary. Are they going to get another touchdown here? Incomplete pass. Josh Allen throws away. 7-yard reception, and then we've got 3rd and 3, penalty against the offense. That's Mitch Morris. 3rd and 13, 5-yard rush, field goal. Are they going to go with that? 5-yard reception, Stephon Diggs. Oh, nope. All right, that did not turn out well for the Bills. What a bad decision. I don't know why they didn't go for the field goal here. 2 minutes 23 to go. Here's a punt, fair catch, Stephon Diggs. And 1st and 10 here. They start again at the 38 now. At the 32, 6-yard rush by Josh Allen. 2 minutes to go. We are into the 2-minute drill now in this Super Bowl game between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Buffalo Bills. 1st and 10. And now another 1st and 10. 11-yard touchdown by Stephon Diggs here. There's the extra point. And now 27 and 70, 10 yards, 10 points in between. Chris Godwin gets the onside kick. 8-yard rush, Leonard Fournette. goes here. 2nd and 2. -2 yard rush by Leonard Fournette. 3rd and 4. 6-yard rush. That is, again, a positive rush here. Neal by Tyler Van Dyke. And I think they're just going to sit this one out here. 57 seconds on the clock. 3rd and 12. 4th and 13. There they go for the field goal. 30 and 17. That's a long kickoff here. Jalen Reagor fields kick for a touchback. And now with 30 seconds to go, I fully expect this game to be over. I don't think that they will be getting another touchdown in 13 seconds, but they certainly are trying. Yeah, that's a sack here by Arnold Ebiketie. And this is it. This is the Super Bowl win for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, led by their quarterback Tyler Van Dyke. Everybody's super happy, jump around. Josh Allen, of course, cannot believe it. This is Leonard Fournette. And congratulations all around here. Well done, Tyler Van Dyke. That was well done. Here we go. The Lombardi Trophy being carried in between the players. Everybody looking at it. Everybody wanting to touch it, of course. Jedrick Wills Jr. celebrating. And of course, this is Tyler Van Dyke cradling the Lombardi Trophy. And he's going to push it into the air in a moment. And here we go. This is it. This is the win for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I would like to take a look at the roster with you, at the winning roster, just to... So, wow, Tyler Van Dyke went up in dev trade here. He's now a star dev. That is fantastic. Looking at the offensive line, looking super solid. The tight end situation has been resolved. That one was really bad. I think the wide receiver situation is also more or less calmed down now. We've got Jerry Jeudy, who can be a long-term replacement for Chris Godwin. We've got Sky Moore, who can be a good wide receiver too in the future. Leonard Fournette is there behind him. We've got Rashawn White coming and improving. On defense, we have a really solid situation all across the board. And also age-wise, we're looking really, really good. We've reached our target. We have won the Super Bowl against the Buffalo Bills here. I'm gonna cut the episode here. We reached our target. Maybe I'll pick up this team at some later date and just see how far in the future I can go with them. What happens if I sim 10 years or something like that. For the moment, this is gonna be it. This is gonna be the end of this quick and dirty rebuild. I hope you enjoyed this rebuild of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the post-Tom Brady era. I've got to say thank you for watching. Please leave me a like and subscribe. That helps me a ton, helps the channel so much. And as always, thank you for watching and see you next time.